Imagine a quiet Ohio night, alone in a creaky house, when a scream pierces the darkness. A child's cry echoes, but something sinister watches from the shadows. This is a true story from rural Ohio that'll haunt you forever. Stay tuned for a chilling tale of a rented ghost. We've shared many eerie tales, from restless spirits to dark forces. But have you ever heard of a ghost for rent? Yes, in this small Ohio town, they say you can hire a spirit to settle old scores. This is Emily's story from a quiet village near Willow Creek. My name's Emily. I grew up in a small farming community near Willow Creek, Ohio. My parents had 2 kids, me and my baby brother, Tommy. Dad worked a government job, while our neighbors, all farmers, lived nearby. Grandma lived next door, and about 10 other houses, all kin, stretched down the lane. One night, when I was 4 and Tommy was barely 1, everything changed. Dad was at work, and Mom, Tommy, and I were asleep in one bed. Suddenly, Mom flung Tommy to the floor and screamed like a banshee. Neighbors rushed in, startled by her cries. I was sobbing, but Grandma grabbed us, seeing Mom thrashing unnaturally. She whispered it was a spirit's work and placed holy ash on Mom's forehead. Mom calmed briefly, but the terror wasn't over. When Dad returned, he knew it was no ordinary affliction. By 7 p.m., he bundled us onto his bike and rode to old Martha's cabin at the edge of town. Martha, a revered elder, was already channeling the spirit of Mother Mary. Mom sat before her, and a dark presence emerged on her shoulders. There was a woman in a black dress, beads around her neck, chewing a chunk of flesh. Her hair hung loose, and half the flesh dangled from her mouth. The spirit snarled at Martha. "You're meddling! I'm here to take her life." Martha, unmoved, replied, "I've crushed spirits like you before." "You're a hired ghost, paid to harm for 6 months. Your game ends now." The spirit laughed. "Leave me be, or you'll lose your life too." Martha braided Mom's hair tightly, trapping the spirit. She gathered iron nails and ritual items, heading to our house. Dad was confused, asking, "A rented ghost? Why target my wife?" Martha said, "I'll explain later. We must act now." At home, neighbors gathered, watching Mom sob uncontrollably. She'd cry, "I didn't mean harm. They made me do it." Martha demanded, "Who hired you to kill her? You could have attacked them instead." The spirit whined, "I'm not to blame. My master sent me for money." "I only need food, blood, or milk. Let me go." Neighbors froze, hearing the ghost's voice through Mom. Martha warned, "Don't mock me. Who's your master?" The spirit begged, "Don't trap me. I'll escape someday." Martha paused, thinking the spirit seemed innocent, manipulated by another. She decided to banish it far away, not trap it in the earth. But the spirit was cunning, faking weakness to escape. Martha tied a protective charm around Mom's neck and nailed wards around our house. She cut half of Mom's hair, binding the spirit in a clay doll. With 2 men, she took it to a field's edge, hiding it in a thicket. They left without looking back, reaching home by night. Dad asked Martha, "Who sent this ghost to harm my wife?" She whispered, "A village 2 miles away harbors a sorcerer. Someone hired this ghost to kill your wife, but you acted fast. It was a neighbor, a relative, living right down the lane." Dad pressed, "Who was it?" Martha replied, "No need to stir bad blood. The spirit's gone." "But keep your wife away from that thicket for a while." Dad asked, "What if someone else goes there?" Martha assured, "By dawn, the spirit's power will fade under sunlight." We slept peacefully that night, thinking it was over. The next morning, our neighbor Caleb visited, playing with Tommy. Mom asked, "Didn't your family go to Dayton yesterday?" Caleb nodded. "They'll be back by evening." He kissed my cheek and headed to the fields. Mom called, "I'll pack you lunch for the fields." Caleb didn't return until noon, heading to wash up. In his room, combing his hair before a mirror, he saw a shadow dart behind him. He turned, but nothing was there. Thinking it was fatigue, he ignored it. Then, a black dress floated behind him in the mirror, brushing his face. "Don't!" As a woman in black, blood dripping from her mouth, sat on his shoulders. "Die!" Caleb screamed, his cries echoing through the house. Mom and neighbors rushed in, seeing him try to shake off the spirit. The ghost clung tight, choking him to silence him. "Oh!" He collapsed, unable to speak, eyes wide with terror. Neighbors carried him to a hospital, but doctors found no cause. they said. He saw something he shouldn't have. Days passed, Caleb mute, eating only when fed, staring in fear. By day 4, he flinched at shadows, terrified of everyone. A week later, he stopped eating, wasting away. On day 10, he was a husk, barely alive. The village gathered, thinking he was gone. Then, old Martha arrived, frail but fierce. She saw Caleb and froze, her hair falling loose. In a trance, she roared, "You're back? How did you escape?" "Why torment this boy? He's innocent." Caleb thrashed on the bed, possessed. Martha grabbed him, calming his body. She called for turmeric water and neem branches. Caleb's mother brought the water, and men fetched the branches. Martha mixed holy ash into the water, dipping the branches. She sprinkled it over Caleb, grabbing his hair tightly. Caleb screamed, "It burns! Let me go!" Martha shouted, "It's not him, it's the ghost!" She poured turmeric over him, and the spirit wailed in pain. The ghost cried, "I was trapped in that doll, but my mistress freed me!" "She followed you that night and released me before you got home. I couldn't enter your warded house, so I waited for Caleb. I scared him in the mirror, and his fear let me in. If you hadn't come, I'd have killed him." Martha roared, "Your mistress caused this! Her family will pay!" She released the ghost toward the sorceress family. Within days, Caleb recovered, but the village buzzed with fear. Then Aunt Clara, 3 houses down, fell ill for no reason. One night, she died, followed by her husband and 3 kids. The village realized Clara had hired the ghost. Martha bound the spirit forever, ensuring no more harm. We breathed easy, but Clara's grudge cost her family everything. As the elders say, the pit you dig for others, you fall into yourself. This is Emily's chilling true story shared with us today. If you faced a terrifying experience like this, email us at sharethehorrorstory@gmail.com. If it's gripping, we'll turn it into a video within 5 days. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, hit like, share, and subscribe for more real horror stories.